Okay, I want to send all my condolences out to all the people that lost their kids to gun violence and all the school shooting that been happening all the years past and this year. I know it's pretty sad how the hell these parents have to go through. Imagine getting up in the morning, going to work so you can pay all your bills, food on the table, roof over you and your kids' them head. And then you have to also go be at work and worrying about your kids if they're safe in school, if they're going to come home, if you're going to get a call that your kid's just been shot. It's ridiculous. It's crazy shit. And nobody, I know there's people protesting about it, want to get it better. I agree with this. We need to get all these assault rifles off the street. We need to get all of them out of the gun store. People don't need all of those guns in America. I think if you have just a regular handgun at your house, that's fine. If you hunt and you have a hunting rifle, that's okay. But all these assault rifles, man, people don't need them. It's bullshit. They don't need them. What are we having them for? What are we going to use them for? You don't hunt with them. You don't hunt with those guns. You don't need them. You don't need them to protect your house. A regular gun can protect your house from intruders. If we're worried about people are going to come over and invade us, why we all need to have these guns, nobody's going to come over and invade. If you guys believe in your country, we have the best military out there. We have a good police force that is there to protect and serve the people of the United States of America. We don't need all these guns. The government need to pull their head out of their ass, Congress and everybody, come up with a plan, get these guns off the street, put a ban to them, do a buyback where they buy these guns back from the people and get all the information out of the computer system for all these people who have licensed gun. I know there's a lot out there that don't have any registration to them. Those are still going to be out there, but at least pull all the ones have a buyback. If people don't bring them back in and they have a buyback over a certain period of time, they can get fined. And if you find people with them, then you can find those people and even get prison time for still have those guns on them. And if you catch people with them, you charge them. They don't have to use it to shoot anybody. Make it illegal for them to be in the country. Unless you're in the police force, you can have them. If it's pointed to you to have one by law, or in the military. I don't think people need all these guns at their house. I think all these people are fighting to keep these guns in the system. And all we need are guns. They're cowards. That's why they need all these guns. If you and a guy have an argument, is either you go to the police. If you get physical, just use your fist like they used to do way back in the days. I know nobody ain't doing that no more. Everybody's shooting. Well, if they didn't have these guns so they can shoot, then they wouldn't have that option. It's sad that these kids can't go to school and go pay attention in getting their education so they can come out of school and go on to college and get their education so they can able to be a good provider for their family and the future generation of this country. As American people, we need to see the light here. What are we putting first? Are we putting our guns first over the future generation of this country? Are we putting guns over the life of people? We need to pull this together. We all need to fight and come to a common ground here. We need to get all these guns out of the system. A lot of people are fighting to keep guns going. But I wonder if these people who are fighting to keep these guns on the street are the same mentality as these people are using them to commit these murder, these vicious crime. And I'm sick and tired of hearing y'all talking about these people are sick. They're not sick. The only sick they're sick is they're wicked. That's the sickness they got. They're wicked, they're cruel, they're heartless bastards. And that's what they are. Don't try to pretty it up and talk about they're sick. There's a lot of sick people that is really out there that are sick. They have mental problem. And they're all not going around shooting up schools and killing innocent kids and women and children for no reason, shooting up stores, shooting up gas stations, shooting up fast food joint. It's bullshit. We ain't doing nothing about it. It seems like we'd rather people die so we can keep our guns. What kind of a system is this we're creating for the people? And then the next thing you know, I was watching the news of what happened, and this nutcase is walking around with a gun in his waist at a crime scene with Donald Trump hat on his head. Looked like he was in drugs or something. You could see in his eyes that he wasn't in his right mind. He was either drunk or high. Walking at a crime scene with his gun in his waist. I don't know what happened to him, but I hope the police, them, if they were there and they saw him, they put his ass in jail. And I think these parents who have these guns at their house don't give a crap if it's assault rifle or not. And you don't lock it up, and you know you have teenage kids or a small child in your house, and they take those guns and go out and do crimes like these, even if they go across that street and accidentally shoot a neighbor or their kids with the gun. The parents should get accountable. They should hold accountable. If there's prison time for the kid for doing the crime, the parents should get some prison time too. Because if you know you have weapons that can cause harm to people, even your own kid, he could accidentally shot himself with it. You should have it locked up in a gun case that is secure, where there is a combination or a lock that the child do not have the key or the combination for the lock. You don't just lay it around so he can go take it and shoot somebody, you know. I'm not saying the parents put it down so the kid can do it, but at least keep it locked up if you're going to have it. We don't need to worry. This is what the government is focused on today. And it's been going on. It's not just this president. It's been a while now. Now, we're seeing this been happening so frequently. It's been 22 shooting at the schools already. And it's only 5 months in the air already. What about the rest of the year? We have 7 months left before it's done. How many more is going to happen? How many more kids will have to die? How many parents will have to cry before we do something about this as a country, as humans? Huh? Don't we have any heart? Don't we have any feeling? Because it's not our kids dying in these shootings that we're just going to say, hey, we want to keep our guns. If your child get killed in it or your grandkid get killed in it, will you then say, hey, let's get these kids off the street? Does it have to get to that point? I hope not. You know? We're worried about building a wall. That's all. The energy's in this wall. This wall. Everybody's all for the wall. Come on. All you people are out there all for the wall. Let's be all for the gun control as well. Let's get them off the street. We want to make America great again. Building a wall ain't going to make it great while you're in the wall and your life ain't safe because a guy could just come up and shot you anytime for no reason. Yeah, I know that we all can die anytime, you know, and we could be driving to work and we meet in an accident and die. But, well, we would know it wasn't violently we die. If somebody just come up and frequently have a gun so they can come up and just blow our heads out, you're at your job and you got to worry that some nut could get pissed out because probably you didn't get the service you think you deserve or something simple. Just take him off. Probably have some problem in his head already and boom, you just go get it and shoot you. I'm not saying take all the guns away from the people. You know, take all the ones that can come out and just spray people down. You don't have to aim. You just open fire and people are dying. These assault rifle, we don't need them. We're not military. Let the military keep it. Let the police officers keep them if they need them. But the citizens of the country, every jack man and woman don't need to have a house full of guns. They're talking, oh, we're going to use it to overthrow the government. What if the government go corrupt? Then we're going to use it to overthrow the government. So what are we doing? So that means we're keeping the guns not just to keep intruders from coming in. We're worried about using them on our own people. Because we're going to say if the government get corrupt, we're going to use it to kill, to fight them. Okay? Come on, man. We ain't living in a communist country. The government is by the people, of the people, for the people. So let's be for the people. Let's serve the people. Give the people what they want. That's why people go out and vote. So they can get the things that they need, and they vote for you so that they know that you are going to provide their need. You're going to protect them. You're going to serve them. Okay? And that's what we need. We need kids to be able to go to school and don't have to worry about other things in their head. Just they need to just focus on their education, focus on learning, and the parents don't need to go to work and be worrying if they're gonna come home and their kids are gonna be home or they're gonna get a call that their kid gets shot at a school or at a public outing or something, man. That's all I have to say, yo. I hope you guys get this thing right.